this is Alex. So I will show you how to create a new EC2 instance in the AWS portal. So first you wanted to log into the AWS console, and here when you wanted to create a EC2 instance, you have to make sure which region you are selecting. So as of now I have selected US East 2, and for creating a EC2 instance you need to go to the EC2 services. So let me search EC2. Yeah. So in the EC2 dashboard itself, you can click directly launch instance. Otherwise, you can go to the instance tab. There you could see whatever the instance which is already present in the server, sorry, in the account. And after that, you can click on the launch instance. Anyway, I don't have any instance in this region, so that's why it's showing 0. I have another instances in the other region. It won't show here. If you wanted to see the other region instances, you need to go to the other regions. But anyway, so for US East 2, I am just creating new. So let me create a launch instances. So it will ask you to give the name of the server. So you can give any name, like let me give the server 1. So this will be the name of the server, and here it will ask you to select the OS. So that will be the name AMI we used to tell Amazon Images. So here Amazon is providing Amazon Linux, so you can select that. It will be the free tier eligible, so there won't be any charge for using this OS. If you wanted to choose any Ubuntu or Windows or Red Hat, you need to make sure it's a free tier or it's a different. So for example, if I am going for the Ubuntu, so the Ubuntu server 24 will be a free tier eligible only, but there will be some other AMI is there that will be not the free tier, so it will be chargeable based upon the usage anyway. So you, whenever you are choosing, if you wanted to choose free tier, then please make sure you are selecting the proper one. Okay, so anyway, as of now I'm going to select the Amazon Linux. Okay, so that will be the architecture will be 64-bit, it's default, so let it be. And for the instance type, so you need to choose what is the size of the VM you have to select. So if you wanted to select bigger VM or whatever, so you need to select from the instance type. So there will be so much type will be there. Each type it will be described here. You can find out from in this page itself. Otherwise, you can have the AWS document page, that also it will show you clearly. So which instance type, you based upon the usage you can choose the proper one. So if you are doing for the testing purpose or learning purpose, then please try to use free tier so that it won't be chargeable. So I am going to choose the free tier only. And for the key pair, when you wanted to log into the server for the Linux machine, obviously you need to create a key pair. So if you already have any key pair selected, it will show here the name, but this region I have never created any VM, so that's why it is blank. So you need to create a new. So let me click on the create new pair, and here it will ask you the key name. So I am going to give AWS US, sorry, AWS OPO underscore key. So this I am going to give the key pair type, sorry, this encryption type, you can select any one of this, but I used to give RSA. And for if you are trying to log in the Linux machine from Linux or Mac OS, then you need to select the .pem. If you are logging in from the AWS via putty, then obviously you need to select the PPK. So you need to choose which type you wanted to create the key pair. So I obviously I'm going to connect using the Windows, so I am selecting the .ppk. So click on the create pair. So it will create the key. So AWS OHIO underscore key is created, and here the name it is showing. So it's already default, it's selected because only one key is there. And after that, network settings. So if you have configured your VPC, you can select the correct VPC. So anyway, it's a default VPC, it was selected. If you wanted to choose any other thing, or any other subnet, then obviously you need to select here. And if you don't want any public IP, you need to disable it. So we wanted to access the AWS via public IP only, so obviously we need a public IP. So in your working environment, if you are having the VPN or whatever it is, then obviously if you don't want to give the public IP, then you should be give it disable. But here we wanted to connect from our public IP, so that's what I am giving enable. And for first time, whenever you are creating, obviously it will ask you to click create security group. If you already created any security group, you can click on the select existing security group and you can click on that. But we don't have any security group created. Here I could see some default is there. Anyway, yeah, you can choose the default, but I don't think so. I think it's I don't know actually what is the exact rules. You can just verify it, but still you better when you are doing the first time, you can go for the create security group, and it will create with the name launch wizard server 1. If you wanted to change the security group name, you can change that, and the description, if you want, you can add whatever it is. Here you can add the rule, so whatever the rule you needed. For example, if you wanted to, here they have added SSH TCP port 22 range, and it is allowed from anywhere. So it means we can access anywhere to this server with via port 22. If you wanted to add any other rule, you can click add security group, then you can add which port you wanted to allow, like you have to add. But anyway, I'm going to allow only port 22, so that's enough for us, because we wanted to just create a VM and we have to connect via the port 22. So that's it. And also if you wanted to give the size, configure the storage, so how much size you need to give, that you can give based upon your request, your requirement. Here if you see in the free tier eligible, you can have the 30 GB of UBS general purpose SSD, but yeah, you can give 30 GB also. It will be not a paid thing, it will be a free only. So but anyway, it's 8 GB is enough for the Amazon AMI, so I am just giving the 8 GB itself. Then that's it. I'm not going to show you the advanced detail now. I can explain you in the later part. So yeah, so this is the main thing. When you are creating the instances, you have to give the main thing is name and the which AMI you wanted to give, and the next will be the instance type what you have to select, and the key pair is mainly important for you to log in, and third one is the which a network setting, which IP address subnet you have to part of it. If you are not giving no preference, it will automatically select any one of the availability zone and it will choose the private IP. That's okay, it's not a problem. And the same create security group, it's not like create a security group, you need to select the security group. If you don't have any security created, so then you can click on the create security group. So that's what. And finally you need to configure the disk, so how much size you wanted. If you wanted to edit on the disk, obviously you can click on the advanced and you can choose the options, but anyway I'm not going to show you. We will cover it on the next parts. And click on the launch instances, so this will launch the instance in some time. Yeah, it successfully launched it. So you can directly click the instance ID, it will go there. Otherwise you can go to the instance. Here also it will show the running instances or whatever the state it is. It is in bending state, so we can wait for the it is to running. Yeah, it is came to running. So then you can come to the, if you are clicking on the VM in the public IP address, it will show. You have to use this public address to log into the instance. So as of now I have connected with the EC2 instance. Sorry, I have chosen the AMI instance from the Amazon one. So I know for that you have to give the EC2 hyphen username for logging in. So if you have if you chosen any other Linux versions, then if you having the doubt which username we wanted to give, then no worries, you can click on the connect and go to SSH client. So here you could see how to connect that VM. So it will show SSH-I. This is the key name and the which username and what is the thing. So this is the way you can connect. But anyway, so now we know the private public IP address. Let me connect 1 minute. So this is the public IP, and let me select the private key. So we have created AWS underscore ohio underscore key, and I gave the public IP, and I'm just open, and it will ask you accept. So here it will ask the username. So here you need to give the username. Here if you see now EC2 hyphen user, so that's what you need to give. So suppose in if you choose any other AMI, and in that AMI what username is there you have to give. So then only you can able to log in. So I am going to switch it to the root user. Let me check. Yeah, so load is normal, and you can check how it is running. Like, see, it's normal. You could see it is only 1 GB memory, because that we chosen the most smallest type of the VM, the T2 micro. So that's what it is showing, T2 micro. And if you wanted to monitor the VM, you can come here and you can see the monitoring session. It will take some 10 minutes to show the metrics, and you can see the security group, which is the security group ID, and the networking also you can identify which subnet mask and which availability zone it was selected. Like, everything you can find out here. And storage, we selected only 8 GB, so yeah, that is attached here. So that's it. So if you wanted to reboot the VM, then you have to go instance state, reboot the instance. If you wanted to power off the VM, you can click on the stop instance, it will power off. Once if you stopped, you can click on the start instance to power it up. So now I'm going to terminate the instance. So I don't want any more, so I'm just yeah, that's it. So in this session we have seen how to create a VM, and how to power off, how to reboot, and also how to terminate the VM. Terminate the VM means delete the VM. So we have covered. Thank you very much, and please support me.